episode.
All right, we're live, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Shine Talking Shots Beyond the Still. Or no, this is Backwoods, Outlaws, and Mason Jars. We've got the world famous Big Eazy in with us tonight.
Those are big words. I don't believe that at all. So I'm just a regular feller, man. But thank you for your kind words.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are, very skilled distiller and still builder. But yeah, we can't forget. Oh, Jeremy, you're not. Who was you last week?
Let's see. Last week, I was Julio's brother last week.
Oh yeah, Julio's brother. So you're playing old Jeremy tonight.
I think Jeremy don't look the same as when I saw him last time. That's for sure.
It was probably pretty toasted back then or that day. Huh?
Yeah.
That was Saturday night after a long wet weekend.
Man. Good time.
And you got me, and you got me, Uncle Drunkle. So we're gonna go ahead and have a good time, drink a few shots, or a lot of shots. How many y'all call we'll drink. But Jeremy, you guys want to sit there and bullshit while I send these links out?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
Thanks for joining us, Big Eazy.
Hey, thanks, pleasure, man. I'm all you was like, hey, you gonna want to join me tonight? And I'm instantly like, bro, I'm honored. Anytime somebody asks me to come hang out with them and shoot the shit and do what we love, I'm honored, man. So thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you.
Yeah, we really appreciate you being on. Like I said, we're the way we've been doing it is on Wednesday nights we bring on Backwoods and Outlaw Moonshiners, and then on Saturday nights I've been bringing on master distillers off the show, and
Friday,
it's working out pretty good.
It's a nice Friday.
Yeah. So did you leave Sunday morning from the jam?
Yep. Well, I woke up, and shower, breakfast, and then over there loading shit up. Miserable. It's hot. 9 a.m. It's hot. It's like, where's all this rain that was keeping me wet all weekend? So we're loading everything up, and can't get no help. Like, I took my crew with me, and they were the sorriest sacks of shit I've ever been around. But we loaded up. We headed home.
Hate it when that happens.
Yeah,
it sucked. I missed it this year. It won't ever happen again.
This year. The only thing you missed was the camaraderie in the evenings. It was a lot of, and that's why a lot of us come. It did seem like there wasn't as many vendors. The turnout was a little less, which the rainstorms all weekend kind of shit on our parade. But so we showed up, we showed out, we had a great time. So, a lot of us are like, I don't know about next year, but let's be for real, man. We're gonna be there next year. We're gonna be hanging out in the Comfort Inn. We're gonna keep it a little more low key next year because we think we had a little bit of problems this year, with some people trying to ruin our good times. So
I heard about a little bit about that.
It's just, I guess it's to be expected when you're so inviting to everybody. We're like, hey, you guys come by, hang out. We're gonna have a good time. To us, it's just family. No matter where we're at, where we farm the bottle, it's family. And that's how we treat each other. We love it like that. And that's how it should be.
Oh yeah, I mean, I talk to everybody throughout the year, and it's in Hillbilly Jam, or it's a time that everybody is there that get that shit, talk face to face and shit. I had to have a total replacement surgery done, so there was no traveling for me at all.
No.
And then
Hillbilly couldn't make it, heat and all that. I was busting his balls all weekend. Like, his wife said he couldn't come. But
you guys he had a really good friend pass away, didn't he? Or no?
No.
Okay.
No, Bean. Bean had a really good friend pass away.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Bean you're talking about. Yeah, he had a really good friend pass away unexpectedly, and I think that was one of the reasons why he couldn't make it. So Uncle Joey took his place. So it wasn't Bean there. He was just in the form of Uncle Joey.
If Uncle Joey wouldn't have been there, we wouldn't have the classic video and the pictures of the
oh, yeah, right.
fest going on.
Old Sergeant Sausage.
That's right.
Damn right.
I went on your page. I swiped a couple of your pictures to make that advertisement. I think I had that one of you and Joey with the sausage lick.
Yeah. You know, about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, Saturday night, the jam shit gets a little weird. You know, you cleaning up. It's the end of the night.
Yeah.
We had an eventful evening. It was just shit got a little weird. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, if it did, you were doing something wrong.
That's right. That's right.
And especially when somebody shows up that you don't know with homemade sausage, you don't know where it came from, and you're kind of like, yeah.
Didn't nobody eat it, but we didn't waste it. You know.
Exactly.
Right. It got played with at least.
Actually, Michael Lee did eat some of it. Do you remember Michael Lee?
No, I don't remember much.
The old mountain man that showed up out of nowhere, that came wandering up off the street. He was hilarious, man.
There was an older feller with his. He had a son, and they had a truck right there. And
the guy that came with the big C10, the lifted C10.
Nah, maybe I have no idea.
Yeah. But there was a whole lot of people that kept coming from out of nowhere.
Right. I mean, you know, you going down the road, you see a big old party there. We're just all hanging out, you know, and like I said, like not one person there sold a jar to anybody else. You know, it was just setting jars on the table. You guys try this. I made this. I made that. I want to share this with you because, I mean, let's be for real, man. If you sold a jar to everybody there for $20, you're walking out with a couple $100. And if that ain't worth it, what's worth it's the great times and the memories.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, oh, take this here, try this banana brandy I made. Or, you know, here, take this blueberry, or I'm working on this. Let me know what you think. And
I wanted to go down there and I wanted another jar of your peach. Boy, I love your peach.
You see, I did banana this year for the jam. So if you come to Farm to Bottle, I got a little bit for you to try.
I'll be at Beattyville. Farm to Bottle, I'm not sure about.
Well, I'll see you in Beattyville then, because I'll be in Beattyville. Okay. I'm going down. You know, it's awesome of Donnie and Teresa to make it happen after everything they went through early in the year. Everything Donnie's went through. Like, Donnie's a tech magnet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, so the fucking ticks are so bad this year. I mean, it's almost inevitable.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that have dealt with them. David Masters had to go get some antibiotics for ticks.
Yeah, they're hitting them up, man. So
that's what killed my cat. He got bobcat fever, which it's a tick bite. Damn, that cat was cool as fuck. Now I've got this little spawn of Satan. Fucking prick. I'll be sitting out doing the podcast and wearing shorts like I always do, and fucking cat would run on my pant, run on my leg. I'd be dripping blood all the whole night. Fucking blood. I'm looking forward to Beattyville. I think of all the festivals I've been to, I like Farm to Bottle the best, and Beattyville for second. And he'll be the jam. I like it because of it. Everybody gets together. It's the first one of the year, and everybody's there. But it's each one of them have their special attraction to them, I guess you could say.
Right.
But, you want to do some shout outs?
Yeah, we got several folks up in here.
Hey, who's got the betting card on Rigsby and Brown?
We haven't heard anything from old Matt Brown in a while, so I don't, I have to ask Sean
if heard
from him. I don't think so. I just think he's laying low ever since
ever since that one night.
I would say so. Everything that
I think everybody got to watch that one.
I think he was like, you know what? These dudes are something else. I think we're going to back out of this.
Yeah.
I got a $50 bill on Sean. So if anybody's taking bets.
And David Masters says, "What's up, gentlemen?"
How you doing?
How's it going? How's it going, David? Kenny Parker, hey, how's it going, Kenny?
Yes,
Kevin Smith said that banana was banging.
Thanks, Kevin. I got a video. I'll show you how to make it. Make it at home.
I just seen that.
Yeah, that's a good video. Yeah, I watched that one. Yeah.
I took my peach video I did a while ago, and I had a lot of people make that and like it, and I was like, man, and and I go back. I've watched that video 100 times, just learning about myself. And so on this new one, I wanted to cover every aspect that went into it, and like I bet that video it was about 75 different shots that I edited together to make that video. Damn. And I just wanted to cover every aspect that anybody who has a question when they're doing a brandy and when they come along, I just wanted them to be like, oh, okay, yep, I remember this, I remember that, and just to make it simple.
It's a great video, man. Yeah,
there's a little spawn of Satan.
Hey, I got one too.
Chris Fortner says, "How's it going, fellas?" Hey, Chris. Chris has got. You guys see that new letter opener he's come out with? It's a Coonpecker letter opener.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool.
Freddie, let's see. Freddie says I made a banana that blew up in my closet.
Headspace, man.
Yeah.
Headspace.
Lots of headspace.
Like like you're used to having this much headspace when you make a mash or whatever. When you do banana, you need this much headspace.
Yep.
I will tell you that if you puree those bananas, you only need this much headspace. They don't swell as much when you puree them as opposed to just beating the hell out of them. And then if like when you are fermenting them, if they're foaming on you real bad, it's probably because you're using cheap sugar. Cheap sugar foams a lot with bananas, but like a good cane sugar, it doesn't foam at all.
Now see. Every time I've run banana, though I've ran it 3 times, I always got an off taste at the end, backside, and I couldn't figure out why. I mean, when I talked to I talked to Big Nick, and what Nick told me is, them little stringy shoelace looking piece of flesh that's on the banana sometimes.
Yeah,
he says
we call it the pith.
Okay, make sure you got that off each one.
In my opinion, it's all good. You could do peels, bananas. Hell yeah, you could do it with molasses, Freddie. Make it happen. You'll like it. Yeah. Banana rum. Phil Billy's got a video with a banana rum out there, so just check it out. But dude, you could use any part of that banana you want. That all flavor at the end is, in my opinion, usually it's the oils. It's the cooked sour banana flavor. Like, there's a difference between a fresh banana and a cooked banana. Cooked banana is sour. It hits you differently. So as you get into your run, that strong oil and banana cooked flavor comes through real strong when you're getting down into it. So, when you as long as you make your cuts well, you want that to add to your high proof jars, man, and it will smooth it all out. In the end.
Really?
So, yes. Don't let that sourness of the final jars of your banana throw you off. That's what you want. That's the oils. That's the cooked flavor in that banana. You want that in there. And if you're putting that good flavor in throughout your run, whether it's using the alcohols in the infuser, running jars and putting that flavor, you're going to get that nose. And when you anytime we can pump that nose into our jar, it's going to trick our palate into tasting what's not there. And so you smell that banana when you crack open my jar of banana, you're going to be like, how does it smell like this? And instantly you're tasting it on your palate before you ever take a taste. And you taste sweetness that's not there. So
I'm definitely. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when you come to Beattyville, I'll be like, here, man, try this and tell me what you think. And instantly when you crack it open, you're going to be like, whoa. It's how. And what's in this jar? Dude, I will drop a hydrometer in any jar I hand you, and you'll see it reads what it's supposed to.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it. The only other banana I've ever had is Nick's peanut butter and banana. I mean, that's the only other banana other than what I've run.
It's a great, it's a post flavor, so he's able to put those strong flavors in there.
Right.
Like something like mine, it is done during distillation. Everything is done during distillation. That thing it's gluten-free, calorie-free. It ain't nothing put in that jar after it comes out of the still like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
And to me, as a brandy guy, because I'm real heavy into making brandies. That's the magic. Can you get that flavor in a clear jar without putting anybody can flavor afterwards? Not everybody can do it well. Not everybody can do it real well. Like Big Nick, he kills that peanut butter banana. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you could do what you do really well. And I like to infuse. I like mine clear. I'm not a big post flavored person. It's all infusion and it's all flavor in that jar that you can drink. And the only thing it's going to do to you, it might get you divorced. It's definitely going to get you drunk.
That's something I want. That as soon as I got that jar rig, I wanted to start playing with. Is trying to get away from all the post flavor, just do everything through distillation.
And it's hard.
I figure, it's a challenge.
And it's the magic. It's what we work on. It's what we strive for. Whether you're doing a corn liquor, just a basic corn. You want that corn flavor in there. You don't want it to taste like vodka. We're not making vodka. So we're going to do whatever we can to put that flavor in there. And to us, it's the magic, It's our progression. Our progression of being able to like take this jar and hand it to any person in the world, regardless of their status in the alcohol community, and be proud of it.
Right. And that's so. I mean, like I said, as soon as I heal up and deer season's over, I'm gonna hit it hard again. And
hey, man, you gotta take it in stride. You gotta do it when you can.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's killing me. I mean, that's my still out there, and my old lady's ran it more than I have this year, bro. Yeah, this year.
Nice. Well, y'all got something fun to do together. She's probably learned a few things that you didn't know, and so she's going to show you a few things, and you're going to be like, oh, well, I do like, so it's definitely, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, we have fun. I mean, pardon?
A little family venture, something you guys can do.
Oh, yeah, exactly. She's the one. I grew up around my papa, my dad, and my uncles running liquor years ago. I was, 7, 8, I reckon, and helping them out, and that's where it all ended. Is when my parents separated, we weren't coming down to West Virginia, and then after I lost my leg, I was sitting around the house bored all the time, bitching, moaning that I can't do this,
right?
Watching Master Distiller and Moonshiners and stuff, and. She decided she was going to get me. I think it was an 18.5 gallon Beaver. I think it's the one I got.
It's a solid. Me and Billy started on an 8 gallon Beaver. Our first still was an 8 gallon Beaver.
Yeah,
that's the very first one we started on, and we was like, get the video camera.
Yeah, I've run the shit out of that Beaver, but it came back to me like second nature, like I've been doing it forever. I mean, my first mash I made was a tater shine. It come out really smooth, and I was really impressed with it.
Did you enjoy straining those taters?
Oh my God, no!
Yeah, you see that face? I knew that was coming. Yeah, I knew that was coming. God. He left that part out though. He didn't want to tell us about that part.
Yeah, that sucked.
You learned a lot about straining that first time, didn't you?
Yes, sir, I did. Yes, and then I just I kept trying and perfecting different mash bills, and and then I ended up getting that 20 gallon, and I fell in love with it, right off the bat.
Oh, dude, perfect size, 20 gallon, perfect size for a home distiller. Make you a gallon and a half, 2 gallons of solidness to share and do what you want with. Yeah, 20 gallon is a perfect home distiller, and sometimes you'll feel like, man, I need a 50 until you get a 50. And I tell you, you'll either love it or you'll be like, it's just too much.
I'm getting a 50 next year. So I'm definitely getting a 50 next year, just so I can run bigger runs. I got to run multiple.
Right. It is nice. It's nice because you're like, man, I can do 3 runs into one, and it only takes me a few hours longer than running in a 20. Like it is definitely where it's at. And it's about 10 hours. About 10 hours, usually 7 to 10 on a 50, depending upon how you run it and how deep you go in your tails. I like the 20s because they're about 4 hours. It's like a cake.
Yep.
4 hours. Yep. Get in, get out. Little 5 gallons are great for testers. An hour and a half, you got a half gallon of shit to play with and see if you liked how that went and how this went. So it's different sizes for different. Everybody's different, and shit, you could get down to the 3 gallon and make you a quart. And so it's whatever will fit your need. There's something out there.
I've got to get me a test still. Like I got mimosa trees around me, and I want to do a mimosa run if I haven't missed the window on the flowers. But I mean, I don't want to do a 20-gallon run if I don't like this shit, But
and that's like I built a little 5 gallon for myself, it's my tester, when I'm doing like I did bananas. I did me a little 5 gallon run because I was doing a new process and I wanted to see if doing this process on video was going to come out correctly. And it came out better than I thought. So I'm like, yep, I'm going to do this on a 20 gallon run. But had it been terrible, that part would have never made it.
Right.
It's just good to learn on something small. It doesn't cost you a whole lot. So
yeah. Daniel Steven, my 0 gallon is perfect.
It is. It's not perfect. Your 0 gallon misses the 4 jar Rick, man. It broke my heart when they took his 4 jar. I built that special for him. A lot of sentimental value to me. So, tell them to let me borrow it, and I'll just make it disappear back to Ohio. They'll never know where it went. So.
Daniel says, I wonder if the ALE would let me borrow it borrow one for a few hours.
Maybe they'll let you rent it.
Hey, it's all about the money.
Yeah, loan it to them.
They might let you rent it.
That's all good. He ever gets legal, I'm gonna build him a new one. So.
Yeah. Man, I still can't believe that shit. There's so many damn snitches out here anymore. It's North Carolina is what I'm noticing. Like,
they started hitting up people in North Carolina left and right. All of a sudden, we can't go to North Carolina for a moonshine festival, the biggest moonshine festival in the country. You're making it to where you don't want us coming in. Like, bro, we brought like 30 people from Ohio and up north down. Just everybody that we knew that was up here that came down for this thing to spend our money. And it's like, does all these people really want to go back? I mean, 30 people don't seem like a whole lot, but when you figure we all bring somebody and all the money we spend in that town all weekend, I mean, shit, it was $750 to stay at the Comfort Inn for 3 nights.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is insane. I can go stay at the 5-star Hilton. I can stay at the Jury. They feed you dinner, nice pool, it's just, and we're all willing to do it, man. So let us just have a good time. Like, it's all right. It's all right to swallow your badge.
Yeah, you'd think as long as nobody was doing anything serious, the police would just look the other way for that weekend. Just for that weekend, look the other way.
Well, it's what they do in Beattyville. They don't fuck with you up there. You stand on the street, middle of the street, drinking a jar.
You remember last year, I got there, it was a little late. It was in the middle of the afternoon. I come walking up, and all of you guys are sitting there. Like, Eazy, what's the first thing I do? Hey, man, I got this for you, and I got that for you, and I made this for you. Here, try this. Oh, try it. Yeah, it's all good. Try it. And everybody's just cracking jars, and people are walking up to the sheriff, getting pictures and shit. And
I was driving. Go ahead.
I'm really glad that they were able to, at least give us a 1-day event for people to come, and and the fact that it's going to be at the end of September might be a little bit better because it was hotter than Satan's nutsack last year. Like,
holy fuck, was it ever? I was driving my buggy down the middle of Main Street, drinking out of a jar, pulled up next to one of them. Hey, how drunk do I got to be to get a drunk driving on this? Just get the fuck out of here.
As long as you don't wreck, you'll be all right. I tell you, man, it's real wholesome. It's a good time. We just meet, hang out, and it's beautiful down there as long as it don't rain.
I'll be right.
It's where it's at, man. Like, so if you're in Beattyville, I believe it's September 27th.
27th.
We'll all be there. I know some of us are trying to go down and make it up to Donnie's Friday night.
I don't know if I'm gonna go. I think the old lady's got to work Friday, so it'd be Saturday. I'll be up there, but
it's about 3.5 hours from us, so we might shoot down Friday after work and get there in the evening, or we might just come Saturday morning. So
I'm a little over hour and a half from them.
That's not bad at all.
No, it's the closest one for me. So, and then Farm to Bottle is like 4 hours.
Yeah, so that's about us going down there.
Yeah, Maggie's like 3.5 or 3, something like that.
Yeah, it's about 6 for us to get on to Maggie, but we're really looking forward to Farm to Bottle. That's our festival here. We really enjoy it, and it's a great time. And if you want to be family, y'all come on in. And it's a legal state. Just know it's a legal state, and don't be surprised when you get there and it's a legal state. So be prepared. If that's something you do, then you're at home here. So
right,
it's definitely a great time. And Dan, Jason Davis, Brittany, they put on a hell of a festival, and it's supposed to be even better this year. I expect it to be. I think they're getting a little more away from the music festival and more towards a moonshine, alcohol. Let people enjoy what they do.
Yeah, I liked Beattyville or Farm to Bottle last year was my first year. I really enjoyed it. I wish I would have stayed in the campground, but I ended up renting an Airbnb apartment right across.
I tell you, man,
the road from the festival.
You ain't never got to apologize for sleeping in a bed and taking a shower.
No.
You ain't got to walk over to the toilets or the shower. You ain't never got to apologize. I set up to stay there, and old Bean and Bennett and Jason and all them. They had an Airbnb and like, hey man, I got an extra room if you want to stay here. And I'm like, man, 2 a.m. I going to climb in that tent or I'm gonna drive. It wasn't but 2 minutes down the road.
Oh yeah,
I went down the road because that's I'm asleep in a bed. So
yeah, it's hard for me to sleep on the ground. One leg is a bitch to get up, especially hungover. But I think I'm going to buy one of them tents that go in the back of your pickup. That's your sleeping area.
I have one of those
down over the tailgate.
Pop it up back there, and you can camp.
You like it pretty much. I don't know. It's easy to set up though, huh?
Yeah, they're not too bad. It's just like you just set it up on the ground like a regular tent, and then you just lift it up into the bed of your truck and strap it down. So you don't have to try to get up in your truck and set it up.
Yeah. Like the one I looked at, it's got your bed, your sleeping area in the box, and then it drops over your tailgate. There's like a living area.
Okay. Nice. That's pretty cool.
So that gives you a little more room. And so I think I'm going to get one just for the festivals. I mean, to rent an Airbnb or, a motel, they're just so freaking expensive.
Right. And that's the problem, man. When you try to go to all these festivals, the lodging's what kill you. Like you can go, you can drive, the gas ain't so bad. Feeding yourself ain't so bad. There's usually somebody throwing a big ass cookout. It's the lodging, It's like I could go for $300, but I need $1,000 for lodging. So
exactly.
It definitely.
Every time we went to Hillbilly Jam, it's $1,000 just at lodging.
Every time.
How's Jeremy doing?
He's having some internet issues this evening, so.
Daniel, Shaw can sleep in a chair.
Oh, Shaw can sleep anywhere, man.
Yeah.
All he did all weekend at the jam was sleep. I was like, where's Sean? He's asleep. He back in the room. So he stayed up really late the first night hanging out with Wes, and it put it on him.
Wasn't it Bean that was passed down the group photo last year at Farm to Bottle?
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to get him to come up this year. I'm like, bro, just fly into Dayton and you can ride down with me. Hey, if you want to go to Farm to Bottle, Dayton International Airport is 5 minutes from me and Philbilly. So, we can get you from the airport and you can ride down with one of us.
There you go.
Just to make it convenient. Just bring you a sleeping bag and we'll find you a tent. There's usually you don't have a problem finding somebody with a camper. Like, oh yeah, just sleep on the fold out or sleep on the futon. I think that's what happened to Betts last year. It was going to sleep in a truck, but ended up in somebody's cabin.
How's the old John doing? I ain't heard much from him. Every time I call him,
he's a fully approved. He's ready to open. He's just waiting on label approval and
Oh,
bottles.
okay. So the state finally got him legalized.
Yeah. He I guess he had a state representative that's a local reached out for him. I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I just know that he's ready. You know, he had a little health scare. He had a little little mild thing.
Yeah, a little heart attack. Yeah.
So it seems like he's healed up well, and it's just awesome. You know, love Vince.
Yeah.
Vince is a great feller, man. And so as soon as he has an opening date, and then we're all going to go over there and celebrate his achievement. It's 2 years of waiting and his hard work.
Oh,
yeah. If there's one thing that we do in this community, man, we help celebrate each other's wins and our successes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know I want to make it up there I want to make it up for his opening. I'm definitely going down to Amanda's.
I hope he's got brandy so I can put a hydrometer in it. Love you.
Yeah.
Just pull it out of your pocket as they're getting ready to pull it out.
I got the little mini ones.
Oh,
that's right.
Trust
me. I saw you had one of those at the jam.
Yeah.
The little short ones.
Don't worry, we will. Love that.
Yeah, I'll be at his grand opening. I wanted to go up when he did that one party last year where
you talk about the song release.
Yeah.
No. I will tell you, there ain't nowhere in town to stay. If you're going to stay up there, then you better just go ahead and drive down to Gallipolis or up towards Columbus because there ain't nothing in town. And if they try to talk you into staying at the dude's Airbnb, don't stay at the Airbnb.
I heard there was like 2 motels. One motel it's like crack heaven and prostitute filled, and the other one's so expensive you can't afford to stay there. So
yeah, you drive home.
I think Phil Billy was talking about that.
Drive down to Gallipolis. Like my buddy Hoots lives right over by Charleston in West Virginia. They're not far from Point Pleasant and all that right there. So I leave there and drive 35 minutes to his house and hang out in the hills and we stay up too late. So
hey Brian, how's it going, man?
David Master says I'd love to have a moonshiner summit at the cabins in Pickens. That'd be badass.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Pickens is a cool little town.
Is it?
Their cops have a tendency to look the other way for a little bit.
Well, that's cool. Daniel says, hopefully,
the chief likes moonshine.
Daniel Stevens, hopefully I'll get a legal jar one day.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, we got faith in you, Daniel.
Yeah, we got faith in you, baby. One day, keep trying.
Hey, I got a still. I'll rent you.
You rent it.
I'll even deliver it. But
that's good. That's for sure.
So, how long have you been making liquor?
I'd say roughly about 8 years, somewhere in there.
Okay. Yeah.
So me and Phil Billy started on that little Beaver, but we had been like we made that video for a while. It was a while before we dipped into letting the world know, like, hey, you can make liquor at home. We had dabbled in beer. Like Phil Billy was real big into making beer, and it's too much work for me. I helped him a little bit with it, and I just like, this ain't for me, man. This ain't for me. And so
that's the way I got with wine. It's just all the waiting and the racking and all that.
And a lot of wines, they have to age for years before the sweetness comes back.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You're making homemade,
you can get them okay at about 1 year, 2 years, but they're still got a bite to them. But yeah, like you said, to get it really good, it takes a long time, and it's not worth waiting that long.
And you'll see a lot of these wineries, they're selling really sweet wines because they're post flavoring them now.
Yep.
They add
flavor. Oh no shit.
They're adding flavor into everything. Like dry wine, it's dry, fermented out. Here you go, it's a dry wine. But the sweet wines, you'll see, man, they're adding flavor in everything. And it's just a way to mass produce it. And even when you pick up a bottle of Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, what's it always say on it? Natural colors and flavoring added. That's for consistency, and it's a way for them to process it out. And
right.
And so, like, but when you go to a small distillery, you look at a jar and it's like made by me. This is what's in it. And there's nothing in it afterwards, and it's just it's flavoring, man, because that's what sells, sweetness.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't chase proof. I chase the flavor, and I'll do everything I can to get the best flavor like anybody else.
Right. And that comes with wisdom. We all chase that proof early on because it's a dick swinging match. And
I
got to pull 180. I got 180, baby. Well, I did a whole run. It's 155 plus, and it's like that shit's gas.
Exactly. That's some nasty stuff.
Yeah, and even when you proof it down, you can tell that shit was gas. No matter how low you take it. And so, like I said, I think that's a wisdom thing that comes with age and and just perfecting your craft. That you all of a sudden you're like, man, I don't care about high proof unless you're running vodka. I want flavor. I want flavor.
Yeah, that's when I first started running. It was always I wanted the highest proof. I don't know why. It was
everybody. How can I get it? How can I get it?
I think where I got that was that the high proof episode I Master Distiller with Big Steve and
Big Steve.
Steve hit 190. I'm like, I got to hit 190. I got to do that.
Got to hit 190.
I've got to like 188 as high as I've ever got. So I still, it's still up there.
Yeah, I mean, so what a lot of these distilleries will do is because you have to come off at 190 for it to be vodka, so they load their thumper with 190 to make sure when they first come heads, doesn't matter your heads. If they come out at 190, then you're like, it's vodka. Everything after that's vodka because you came out at 190. So you'll see these little distilleries, they will load, if they just have a pot still or whatever, they will load it with 190 proof. That way it comes out at 190 and they can legally call it vodka.
Yeah. But so I mean, but it wasn't but a few runs after that I started, and you can't drink. It's a waste. I'm just wasting my ingredients. I'm wasting my time.
You're gonna proof it down anyways to drink it, and what happens when we start proofing? We start robbing our flavor.
Yep. So have you Philbilly ever thought about going legal?
It's just we live in Ohio.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? You nice.
You really don't have a motivation to.
Not here. You don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I go talk to these people in Kentucky. My buddy over in West Virginia. He's like, we just need a slab of concrete and a building on it. We can open a distillery. We're in 3 or 6 months. Ain't like that here, Kentucky, man. You have Kentucky, to have a 2-year man cave here in Ohio. And you have to have a blank check that you have to have $500,000 that you could just spend and not get any money back for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then how long does it take you to finally recoup that 2 years before you finally start turning a profit? Like for most people, it's they already have money or they have big investors and they open it up like that and it's a side job. It's a little side thing. It's hard to make money here. Some of these guys say like, oh man, I sell a jar for $25. At the end of it, my profit's $4 a jar. And because the state's taking 44% of and they're setting your prices. And so here in Ohio, no. But if somebody approached us and was like, hey, I want to put Philbilly's bourbon up, or I want to put Big Easy's banana infused moonshine up on my shelf, then be all for it. Let's do it. Let's have a party. We're going to have a release party. You better have 250 jars on that shelf for a release party because we're going to sell every jar at a release party.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
have you thought about going to another distillery and having running it at a licensed one already, or a legal distillery?
We've each talked to certain people about it, and it's a process, that you have to go through. Like,
everything's
especially like if you're if you're just going to like take GNS and flavor it, super easy to get a jar out. But when it comes to like say I wanted to produce my banana moonshine, I couldn't call it brandy because I do a hillbilly brandy and add sugar.
Right.
So you have to write this. You have to write your process up. from beginning to end, every single like a how-to video. You have to write every single process in detail. You have to submit it to them, and then they have to approve it. And you got to get your recipe approved, and then your labels, and then
your bottles.
Your bottles. You got to get your prices set, and it is a nightmare. It is a nightmare unless you have it down. Like if you go to Bainbridge and you go to Pabst Hilltop Distillery from old Chris Lewis, he's reusing his Knock 'em Stiff, his blue corn and barley, I believe, and that's what he's flavoring with. So he's already got his process. Everything's approved. Now he's just adding flavor. So as long as you use a TTB flavor, and everything's a lot easier after that, as opposed to getting like with Bent's, he's like, man, I want to do blueberry brandy, or I want to do blueberry moonshine. So I want to do corn liquor. So he's starting from the bottom and submitting all these recipes. But once you're established and you reuse a recipe a lot, then you see a distillery really start pumping jars out of different flavors easily, just because it's so much faster and quicker. And then usually it's about $3,000 to $5,000 to get approval, but from start to finish. By the time, if you were to pay, your lawyer fees, your artist fees, and all that, if you're able to navigate that yourself, it's going to be a little cheaper. But yeah, it could be pricey to get a label out there.
Right.
Well, I think that's like you said, using NGS and then post flavoring and changing things, making it easier. I think that's how Junction 35 has so many flavors on their shelf.
If you look at their jar, it'll probably say sourced in Indiana on it. They have to tell you where the alcohol comes from. Like I've been down to Gatlinburg, and you go in and it's like bourbon, sourced in Indiana. It's like, bro, I didn't drive to Tennessee to buy bourbon from Indiana. I could drive 25 minutes and buy all the bourbon I want from Indiana. And but you see a lot of distilleries blending, a lot of blender. I call them blenderies and not so much distilleries. And they master that craft. They master blending those MGP products into fantastic end products.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I mean, Junction 35. I mean, they've got great products. They also have great food. If anybody ever goes to eat there, awesome food. But yeah, I mean, to produce that many different flavors of alcohol, Now Roger and I did interview the Undertaker. He's got 65 separate recipes approved. We were like, wow, you must be a glutton for punishment, buddy.
Yeah.
A lot of times, and also when they'll use you see the same labels, they just change the colors and the names, makes it easier to get approval. So like once you're rolling, everything after you're rolling and you're deep into it becomes a little easier on you down the road. You know what to expect, you know what to do. You don't have all these hiccups along the way. Like I would imagine, like the first time you go to submit your process, probably got to do it 4 or 5 times because you ain't got a clue exactly how to do it.
Unless you got somebody standing over your shoulder and holding your hand, and
that costs you money because that's going to be a lawyer or a technician, and the GNS thing. You could buy a tote 275 gallons of 190 proof alcohol for under $1,000. You as a distillery who's making $4-5 a jar off of what you're making. Well, now all of a sudden you're making $10-15. Like it is such a big jump. You almost have to, buy GNS and flavor it, unless it, like I said, it's a side thing, and it's not your main thing. Which it seems like it would be easier. Yeah, and like Daniel said, you got to have money coming in from the beginning, which you really can't here in Ohio because they're like, no, everything has to be turnkey. It has to be ready, right? And then you wait, and so you're just looking at a still, sprinklers, vats, mash tuns, everything you need for 2 years. You're just staring at it. Wait, wait, and don't act like they're. I think they put you in that position so that you're like, man, I ain't got no choice, and you fire it up, and then they come in and they annex you from the beginning because here in Ohio, it's a big boys play market. The big boys are who get to play, and they try to squeeze everybody else out of it. And unless you can once you get in and you get your footing, then you're okay. But getting in's the hard part.
Yeah, exactly. It's in business they call it the how big is the barrier to entry? And in Ohio, that barrier to entry is pretty big. Down here in Georgia, how they keep that barrier to entry big is they tell you have to have a freestanding building on a lot that you're renting. You have to have a dedicated phone line. You have to have all this stuff. So basically, you're putting out a whole lot of money up front to get that. And then on top of that, then adding, the state says they don't really have fees. But yeah, there's fees with all that other stuff they make you do.
Every permit you get,
exactly.
and every time they come out and they're like, this didn't pass inspection. You got to call the guy back out to fix this and fix that. It is a way to bleed you dry and to make you give up. It's to make you give up, So when you got people who keep fighting.
Yeah, the good old boys have, their ends, and they want to protect what they've got. And
for sure.
They make it really hard for, the small guy to break into that.
Then maybe they should make better liquor.
Exactly.
Maybe they should take it upon themselves to be like, hey, we need to stop on quantity and focus a little bit more on quality. And they hand you that 20-year-old bourbon and they're like, oh, we want $300 for this bottle. And you're like, okay, I don't appreciate the price, but I can appreciate the quality you put into this. Put out better shit. We'll all be happier.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
But we're not going to hurt their pockets. Our little niche group, we're not going to hurt anybody's pockets, because once you make it, you're like, I'm just going to go buy me a bottle of bourbon from the store. Unless you fall in love, man. So
it's Santa D. Claus. This is Don.
Don.
Tom said something about his somebody's Facebook page was hacked, so they came back as Santa D. Claus.
Might have been Don. Good evening, Don.
It might be Don, It does say this is Don.
When me and February first started, it was, we were, a lot of it was we was watching George. George and Jesse, and then we were trying to divulge into the wine making, and everything in the wine community is it could get real pretentious really fast.
Oh yeah.
And and like even with George, it is very technical. It's very, very technical and down to the science. And after we started doing it, we're like, hey man, this is easy, man. Let's show everybody that anybody can do this.
It's not as scary as you think it is.
Correct. It is nowhere near as bad as you think it is. Give it a try. So we're like, we made wine out of everything you could think of, and just kept being like, it's this easy. It's this easy. It's this easy to make it. Now, as far as like honing your craft, that definitely takes more practice, but it's to get people's feet wet, and then we found out. He was like, did you know we could buy a still from eBay? And I was like, what? I was real big into moonshiners. It came out, I'm intrigued. I had moonshine when I was 15.
Santa, I'm sorry to interrupt you, man. Good. Santa D. Claus is Donald Slovey.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Sorry about that, man. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good.
Go ahead, Big Easy.
Go ahead and post your social for us too, just so we can make sure you're who you are.
That's right.
And the first 16 digits on the front of your card.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, we did that. Social security number,
mother's maiden name.
Shot shop. Go to get some shots going.
You'll get it back. But yeah, we just wanted everybody. I'm drinking on Phil Billy's All Sorts. He gave me a bottle.
Oh, that's cool.
And I've been sipping on some of my banana brandy too.
Jeremy's over there on everything.
Hey, he's got jars.
Like this one actually, man, I really love this one. I've set out on a mission to prove that you can bring a lacto infection back every single time on a sour mash if you keep the conditions right. This is my third gen of that lacto infection. Dude, this shit is freaking phenomenal.
You ever accidentally let your infection stay too long and it starts eating away at your alcohol?
Yeah.
That has happened to me where I've lost the amount of jars that I should have gotten back.
And you're like, what the hell? And you're like, and then you realize, like, oh man, like you learn the hard way because you don't know. You're like, oh yeah, I got me an infection. I'm gonna let it eat. It's gonna grow. And then you learn if you let it sit too long, it's going to eat your alcohol too.
It's got to eat something,
right? When it's out of sugar, it's got to eat something, you know. So it's what you'll learn.
I've figured out that the second that white cap drops off of there, I better run it. I mean, because and that's the other thing that's cool about it. I bring it back. I don't reintroduce it. I literally am bringing it back every time out of the grain bed.
Yeah, so it's still there. You're just filtering off.
If you're using the
cap is white every time, but the second the cap drops, it has to be run. You can't let it sit because if it sits, like you said, you're going to lose alcohol.
Yeah,
you know that's how I did the best apple brandy I ever made, man. It's I let it sit and I kind of forgot about it, and I came back, dude, and I had a SCOBY floating on top of this apple brandy, and I pulled it up, and it's just this big gelatinous sheet, you know. It's just yeast. It's a culture of bacteria and yeast, and I throw it off, and I'm like, oh, I never grew a SCOBY on brandy before, and then I run it. And I did a little 5-gallon run, and it was nothing. It was nothing.
Like water.
Oh well, it was coming off at tails. Like like my heads were like 95 proof, and I was like, "Oh, that son of a bitch ate all my alcohol." And so I did a stripping run with it, and then I took that liquor and I dumped it in the next mash to bring it back up to where it should have been, and I got a good half gallon out of that second jar. Yeah. Which it's sometimes you have to adjust, man. Like I'm getting something out of this. I beat too many apples to not get anything.
I've got
small runs.
I've got one fermenter that I use if I want an infection. I washed it out, but I've never tried to kill the lacto that's in there, and I get my lacto back every time. Just use that one fermenter. It's just I keep it for that one reason.
As long as you don't let that heat get too high. It's funny because lacto is very sensitive to heat, and you let that heat get a little too high, it'll be gone like that.
It's real similar to yeast, like if your conditions aren't just right, man, it's not going to produce. And what's crazy is like it'll happen and you're not even trying, and then later on, if you try, you won't be able to get it. It's like it's a natural thing and everything's just right, man. So
so
the later the generations, man, the more twangy they get back in your jowls, man. And some people really like old deep generation sour mashes. I don't. It's just not my deal. Some people like it like that, man, and that's what's cool.
Yeah.
Well, we passed up on a lot of
a lot of comments.
Yeah.
Hey, April Parker. Hey, Mama Parker, how you doing?
April, are you guys making it to Far in the Bottle?
Peach doesn't know.
You got anything fermenting right now, Jeremy?
Yeah, I've always got stuff fermenting, man. I've got a rum fermenting. Well, hillbilly rum. I don't ever run a straight rum.
But we call it what we want, man. You're making a liquor. We ain't got rules. It's just like
It's liquor.
That's right. I put sugar in my fruit, man. And I call it a brandy. You know, fight me on that. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, man. It's a hillbilly rum. It's a mixture of corn and molasses, and then I've also got I actually went and started because I missed doing all my corn runs. I decided I'd go and buy a barrel that I could dedicate just to corn, because I realized that I just really like corn, and so
you like what you like, man.
And then I've got my little lacto barrel that I've been playing with. That most of that in there is corn, but sometimes I'll throw in stuff I got left over from other stuff. That kind of becomes a catch-all. I figure if it's already got a lacto in it, it's just I'll just throw everything in there. What the hell?
It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
It'll be all right.
It'll always be all right, man. Like, it'll be all right. Just let it do its thing. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
That's what I start
making it harder.
Yeah. Like,
I'll see a lot of people get hung up on starting gravities, finishing gravities, which there is a place for that. But I see people getting too hung up on it sometimes. And I'm like, look, let nature just take its course, man. Because sometimes that turns out to be the best. Just let it run.
Oh, go ahead. I was thinking out loud, really kind of.
I saw the light bulb popped above Uncle Drunkle's head, and then it dimmed.
Yeah. I was like, wait a second, what was I talking about?
It's like when I do fruit, because I'm Brandy. Like, we started with corn. I'm not a big corn guy, and not a lot of people do fruit. You know what I'm saying? So, trying to do something different. Like, Philbilly's all about the grains. Like, he's a grain feller. And I'm like, well, you do your grains, man. I'm getting into the fruit. I love fruits. I love brandies. I like sweetness. I'm fat, so I love to eat. And anything that's sweet, I want to eat. So, you dive into what you like, and then you work at that. And it might just be a certain type of mash. And then we all have our ways. Like, I'll ferment peach brandy, and that wine will sit for 6 months before I run it, because I want it crystal clear. And just like a fine wine, man, you want to rack it. You want to let it clarify. Nobody wants a cloudy jar of wine, so I'm not going to run cloudy wine. Like, when I go to run my liquor and my brandies, you will see to the bottom of my vessel. If the YouTube cut for the banana brandy video, I really showed the clarity of the banana mash right before I run it, and you can just see all the way to the bottom of that vessel from racking and letting it settle. And I really believe that when it comes to your brandies, the clearer your mash is, the better your end quality product will be. And I believe everybody should try it. Everybody should try it like that.
Yeah, you've let it pick up all that flavor. You've let all that flavor develop. I'm the same way. If you're running brandy, and even corn liquor.
I believe Donnie Benton says
let it sit, the better the flavor is.
Correct. Donnie Benton, I believe it was Donnie, says that he doesn't run anything until all the gas is gone. You let everything get out of it. It'll clarify. You have nothing left in there fighting your flavors. And some people believe it's the other way. I'm a clarity guy. I want my mash to be crystal clear before I run it. Now, if I'm running some like Support Shine, some Uncle Jesse's, that shit's down and dirty, man. Let's get it. When you put time and lots of money into a high-end craft batch, you want to baby. You want to treat it like a little baby. And you want to do everything you can to grow that little baby into being a big, strong boy. You don't
feed your babies subpar food. You feed them the best.
That's right.
You want the same thing with your liquor.
That's right.
Exactly.
My old lady, she likes running her brandies and her rums. I'm a grain guy like Philbilly. I mean, I love my grains.
Hey, what's cool is I can learn a lot from you and Philbilly about grains, and then possibly I could teach everybody else something about brandies that maybe they didn't know.
Oh yeah.
And then even if you see somebody do something while they're running fruit, you're like, bro, I could do that with corn. That's gonna make my life a hell of a lot easier. So we're all just learning. We're all just learning.
As a matter of fact, what she's running right now is that Black Pearl Caribbean rum.
Yeah, that food grade, man.
She's got a post flavor with the botanicals. She don't want to.
Yeah, it makes distill it.
Yeah. She figures that it's first time running this type of rum, so she wants to do it, or in her first time using botanical, so she wants to do it jar by jar, so she's got it down to where she wants it.
What, and that's the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like we do little bitty increments and change this and change that until it tastes the way you want, and then hopefully you wrote it down or remember.
Yes, you're right. You write everything down.
Yeah, not me. Well, I think I put a little bit of that in there, and then
that's the way I am.
A little bit of this, and it'd be all right. Just here, drink this.
I had all kinds of mash bills written down on the back of my Cheyenne room door. She was in there doing a major cleaning and washed the back of that door. I'm like, what'd you do? She goes, I just thought it was a bunch of scribbling. I said, well, it wasn't. I needed it.
If I wrote it, it's scribble. If I wrote it, it looks like
yeah. And it's what she said. I couldn't read what it was. Well, I can.
I can.
I know what it said.
I wrote it in code for me.
Yeah.
That's for me. It's not for you to read.
Are you or Philbilly getting in that watermelon thing up there, farm to bottle?
Philbilly is. I know Sandman is. I know they're all getting in it. I have no desire to ferment or strain or do anything with watermelons. I spent my summer dealing with bananas, so I didn't want nothing to do with watermelons. And so no, I did offer my services to judge their clear competition to be one of the judges. I will say
that's what I wanted to do.
I'm dropping a hydrometer in every jar to make sure that it doesn't read zero because I'm not playing the post flavored stuff. I've had too many well-respected fellers hand out jars that have post flavor in them and say they're not post flavored, and I just there was
a couple doubts on that jar of peach that I ran, but I explained to them, I got that much sweetness and that much flavor from starting my infusion and opening them jars up right at 120.
It's easily proven one way or another.
Yeah, so, I told him I said I got a hydrometer. You want me to go get it? We'll pop it in there. But like John said, like John said, if you put your fingers in there and you let your fingers dry, if it's tacky, it's been post flavored, which I never thought about that.
Yeah, we all know. We all know. And let's be for real. It shouldn't be a question amongst gentlemen.
Right. No, I'm an honorable man. I don't lie. I don't steal. I don't cheat.
And so when you're like, hey man, check it right here in front of everybody. It's just sometimes, and I'm not saying competition wise. I'm just talking in general. You will come across people who hand you a jar of post flavor because they didn't like what came out of it. It's they had to do something to it instead of being like, hey man, I fucked up. And we've all messed up. Just be like, hey man, this is a tire fire. Taste it. Like if I run something and it's god awful, I want everybody I can shove that jar into the trial. Dude, try how bad this is.
Yeah.
Try how bad this is. I remember Phil was absent, and I went by one day, and he's like, hey man, come here and check out this mash. And he's like, hey man, taste that and see if it's done. And I didn't know what it was. And I'm like, all right. And I put my finger, it was fucking wormwood and shit. It was the grossest. And he's just laughing at me. And I'm like, well played, Philbilly.
Yeah,
I've had everybody try that. It was terrible.
Yeah. If you do bad with wormwood or any of those types of some of the gin
berries and
the gin flavors or any of that you go overboard with, man, they're rough.
If you use too much nutmeg, it's soapy. Like, dude, any botanicals just too much. Sometimes it's just too much.
Yeah,
and there's a fine line when you're doing them. But hey, if it tastes terrible, make your friends try it. That way they know what terrible liquor tastes like, and you can laugh at it. You don't tell them, and they'll be like, "That's fucking bad, ain't it? That's terrible, ain't it?"
That's that's why I was saying the old lady's gonna do that post flavor spice rum because it's her first time ever doing a spice rum, and she's gonna try a little different variations and to where she gets it with the way she likes it. So
you got to work on
the last spice rum I made was pretty awful, and it was totally because I left that cinnamon stick in there for a day and a half. That was about a day too long.
Yeah. Cinnamon sticks get strong fast, and you also got to remember, like, depends on where you buy cinnamon sticks at. You get them at the dollar store or Walmart. They're not as strong as if you get some really good ones. You buy some really good ones, they're going to have much more power to them, and a little bit of cinnamon goes a long way. And so, like, I do a blueberry cobbler, and I'll throw my cinnamon sticks in it, but then I put it in the fridge while it macerates overnight because the cold temps, it changes it. It doesn't make it as powerful. And then I pull the cinnamon stick out the next day. It's not so bad. But if I left it on the counter at room temp, it'd be so hot and so powerful you wouldn't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
you got to put time in for recipes, man. Like a lot of us put about a year into a solid recipe before we share it. Because it's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect.
And we're all our worst critic. I mean, I've dumped out so much liquor that's how it tastes like shit myself.
That's how it should be.
I've had friends come over. What's this? I said, it was garbage. Let me try it, and they'll try it. They're like, it's fucking delicious.
Like, no, that's terrible. That's terrible.
That's what I keep telling them. No, it's worse than store bought, or something.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
But
I'm rerunning that. I mean, they're all holding it like, no, it's mine.
I probably had 30 gallons of liquor that I was going to rerun and just do stripping runs on it. And I probably shouldn't have, but that was that's how I am. I mean, if I don't like it, I don't want nobody else to try it.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And that's I don't want to say it's our ego. It is, it's our ego.
It's a self-conscious.
It is. It's our ego I don't want to hand you something that I don't enjoy. Like if I'm making a post flavored, I always take it to the old lady and I was like, try this. And she's like, that's pretty good. I know everybody's going to love it. I'm not going to be able to tell you because I'm going to be like, oh, that's got too much sugar in it. It's got too much post flavor in it. It ain't clear liquor. I don't want it. Like I can't. Like, it's hard for me to know when a post flavor is good for.
And I did a salted caramel cherry last year, and I took I think a quart of it down to Maggie Valley with me. I wanted to give it to Santa, and I wasn't that impressed with it. I can't remember who it was come up and say, hey, let me try that. And I let him try it. Oh, God, this is fucking good. And he went around and have everybody try it. Yeah. You got to eat it for sale? I'm like, no. I probably could have sold 100 gallons that night.
I did a peach sweet tea.
I didn't think it was that like.
Right. You don't know because you're like, it's all right. But if somebody else tries it and they really like it, man. But you're like, oh, well, maybe it's where it is. And confirmation goes a long way.
And you would think I would have wrote down. That's where I fucked myself is I forget to write down how many pumps of this syrup or how much of this I put in there.
Videos. That's why we make how-to videos.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I go back and rewatch my house. Like I need to know how to make blueberry lemonade. I go watch my video because I forgot. I need to know how to make apple pie. Go back and watch me and Phil Billy.
I made your blueberry lemonade. It was really fucking good.
Thanks.
And I will say
I've tried a lot of your all's recipes, and
this is Damon Beatty's. This is Damon Beatty's sour watermelon margarita. It's pretty good.
Is it?
Nice.
Yeah. I think Shonda has a whole. I think Shonda has like, I don't know, 10 of these. Because they got left in the corner at the pool. I think people thought it was trash. Probably. She picked it up. I will tell you, if anybody's wondering where all the liquor went from the Comfort Inn, Shonda's got it.
Yeah, she said she left with quite a bit.
I gave her like 3 or 4 jars of blueberry.
She sent me a picture of her refrigerator. The whole freaking thing is full of different jars from all over the place.
Hey, with how much they fed everybody, she deserves every one of those
Oh,
jars.
hell yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I heard it
absolutely.
was like a piece.
Absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
was a hell of an idea she come up with. I mean, that was, I mean, like last year I did a bring your own steak, cook your own steak at the cabin. And we had, I don't know, probably 15 people there. It was a good time, you know. We all sat on the deck, got drunk, we ate. Oh, Frank Thompson took his dentures out and left them on top of the steak. The old ladies walk around picking up dirty dishes. And she looks at me, she goes, "What the fuck is this?" There's a set of dentures on top of his steak. I don't know. I said, I don't even know where Frank fucking went. He come back, he threw his dentures in. All righty, I guess you didn't want nobody stealing your steak, is what it was.
Yeah, Shonda, Drew, and Jamie and I were talking before Hillbilly Jam, and I was making the comment about how a few years ago I was starving, and I ended up deciding I was taking the drive to Waynesville to the Burger King because after 10 o'clock, nothing's open in Maggie Valley.
Right.
So I took that drive, but that drive was 40 minutes there and back, and about 10 cops.
Yep.
Terrifying. So we were talking about it before Hillbilly Jam, and we were like, yeah, let's just bring a bunch of stuff. So Drew got a bunch of the burgers and stuff from his work, which actually turned out to be the steak hoagies, but we cut them in half, turned them into burgers. And then I brought a bunch of hot dogs, and then Jamie brought a bunch of all the other condiments, and then Jason and Mama B brought the buns and all that kind of stuff. And we've decided that next year we got to do the same thing because
it was legit. You know, it's just family sitting there hanging out. You knew you didn't have to go anywhere and find dinner. You know, if you got something, bring it. Like Drew ran that grill all weekend, man. He was throwing down.
Yeah, he did. He did. He was handling it, man. That I don't know if you saw it the first night. The first night, Jason Holden, he said he was going to bring the grills, but we said we had everything else. Well, when he brought the grills, we realized we didn't have charcoal. So Drew and I ran up to the Dollar General up the road like 10 minutes before they closed, grabbed a bag of charcoal, came back. Drew had the charcoal cooking and had the lid closed. We opened that lid, dude, that fireball hit that freaking overhang up there. And we were both like jumping back going, oh shit, we're going to set fire to the whole freaking hotel.
They better give my refund if you want to set that son of a bitch on fire.
But I will say the Comfort Inn was cool because Shonda called them before the weekend. And they told us that, we could bring the grill. We could do whatever we wanted out there. And so, from that point on, it was on, man. It was.
The next morning after every night, except for the trash cans being full, you couldn't tell anybody was out there. You know everything was cleaned up. Everybody took care of themselves. It's, like I said, it was legit. Like I said, we had no problems except for the state interjecting themselves into our good time and causing a problem. All weekend, there wasn't one argument. There wasn't one blow up. There wasn't somebody mad at somebody. Like it's never like that, man. It's just always.
I heard there's a little bit of groping going on.
There's always some people grumping. You know what I'm saying? We won't.
Groping.
Groping. Yeah. Okay, I had heard that it's the same people. I think they got themselves kicked out of the jam.
Oh, was it?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they did
blend in a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Get in trouble here, and then they say you never know. Maybe that ain't what it was. Maybe people thought it was something different that it wasn't. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? So we just play it by ear, and and I think it's as simple as somebody being like, "Hey, man, this is a private event. You're not welcome here anymore. Can you guys please leave?" And
right.
We don't want any issues. And I think they would have been like, you know what? We're not welcome here. There's fucking 40 of these people. There's 2 of us. Let's just go on and get out of here. They're being respectful. They're asking us to leave. you know, and then if for some reason they didn't, then
yeah, it was it definitely turned into a little bit of tension, but at the same time it was short lived. You know, once all that was calmed down and they were pushed out of the way and told to go ahead and leave from the property, everything went back to fun and actually that was then shortly after that Sausage Fest happened. That was when everybody got back to having fun again.
Well, it was good that they were mature enough to leave without starting any bullshit. I mean, you always get that one guy who's got to, you know, show his, you know, puff his chest up and say, yeah, I'm this and that. So I mean, that was, you know, kept the law out of it.
Yeah, you know, and like I said, I think it calmed down, and you know, it calmed down, and the cooler heads prevailed because that's what all of us pretty much are. We're all just chill,
right?
Cooler heads, you know, and saying we all know about not wanting the cops to be around. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of us are out in the woods, shit, you know, and we all know how to be chill. You know what I'm saying? We know how to not draw unwanted attention. That's part of our lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We're not in junior high. We're not in junior high or elementary anymore. You know, it's
most of us that weren't. You know, most of those guys that got into it, they were. I will say they couldn't handle their liquor. You know, they were out there, but you know,
must have gotten some of Pop's fighting liquor, huh?
Yeah, when everybody started pointing out that hey, that clerk sitting there behind that desk inside is getting ready to call 911. Y'all need to leave.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the last thing that everybody
needs. Because the rest of us want to have fun, you know, so y'all need to leave.
I walked my ass back inside and left that cooler out there like, I don't know shit that is, man.
But it's a good time. And that's the thing is every time everybody gets together, it's usually a good time, you know, no matter what event it is.
And hopefully it continues like that. I just wish the law wasn't so thick up in the festival anymore. Like last year, it really a Debbie Downer last year. I mean,
last year at Hillbilly Jam, they were everywhere. The funny thing is this year, they were talked about a lot, but I'll be honest with you, I only saw 2 police officers inside the jam.
Right, they weren't heavy inside the jam like last year.
But how many were undercover though?
Yeah, see, we didn't know that.
Yeah,
but dude, there was people handing jars around. Fucking Big Nick was walking around like, try this. This.
Oh no shit.
And say shit to him. Last year, Tom gives a lady a fucking shot, and all of a sudden they roll up on him like he's
they're all over
him. Yeah, like he's El Chapo, just escaped from prison and shit. You know?
Same thing. Brian had people try his liquor this year, and not one problem. But yeah, last year Tom gives away one freaking Jello shot, and you'd think the whole freaking world came to an end.
I gave Damon my last 2 blood bags I had some sour mash and some straight corn. He just put it in that cooler, and Damon walked away, and next thing you know, there was a girl at the counter talking to Tom, and she had left, and I sitting over there in my buggy bullshit with Tom, and here come the police. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, it was bullshit, but you know, that was then. You know, it taught us a lot right there. That was hey, Chris Elliott says, "Sup, fellas?"
Hey, Chris. I missed you at the jam, baby. You best fly up for Farm the Bottle. Hey,
Farm the Bottle, Bean, you got to be there, brother.
I'm taking a GoFundMe to get Chris Elliott to Farm the Bottle so that Bean can come out and play.
Where's he got to come from?
Like Charlotte, North Carolina, or something like that. He ain't that far away.
Hell.
Well, he can't drive here. He can't drive because he don't know how to make it here.
You got that thing on your phone that says GPS or My Ways or Google Maps.
He struggles. We all have things we struggle.
I'll drive down to pick him up.
There you go, Bean. You got somebody to pick you up.
There you go, Bean.
Wait, you talking about Farm to Bottle?
Yeah.
Or Beattyville?
Farm to Bottle.
Farm to Bottle, I don't know. It's iffy. See, my old lady at work, she can only take off 3 weekends a year. And that's her main schedule is weekends. So she took one off to go out west or to the Outer Banks to see her son this spring. Then we're going up to Michigan this coming week or next week, and then she's got one left, and she doesn't want to waste that on at the festival.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I've never met an old lady that enjoys going to them festivals. They just go because you enjoy it, and
yeah, that's what she says. She goes, "That's your time."
Miserable,
but she don't mind it really. She'll do anything that I do.
Yeah.
She won't bitch about it.
She's storing that credit for in the future. Like,
yeah.
You don't want to do it. She's like, well, you remember I went to the jam, sweated my ass off all weekend, didn't do shit. It was miserable.
She said I had to walk everywhere. You're riding around in your buggy. Well, I fixed that problem.
Walk around, look at those damn cars, freaking talk to your stupid friends.
Right. You just talk about the same shit. Every person you walk up to, you say the same thing you said to the person beside.
Exactly.
And it's like, yeah, it's a new feller, man. My bad, babe. My bad. Where do you want to go to eat? Come on, let's go get some dinner.
She'll always be like, come on, let's go out to dinner tonight. I'm like, I don't feel like going anywhere. It was a long day. Well, I stood there with you at the festival. I had to walk everywhere you went. I said, well, I bought you a $25 plate of goddamn gator nuggets. Doesn't that count?
Those gator nuggets were so good, man. They didn't have them this year.
They were.
No.
Damn, man. I'll tell you, man, the prices were crazy.
$25. $25 last year for a plate of probably 15.
But those gator nuggets last year were good.
Yeah.
Oh, they were so good. This year, it was funny. Shonda spent $43 on 4 vegetables. Fried pickles, fried mushrooms, fried green tomatoes, and corn nuggets. Drew, her husband, was like, you literally just spent $43 on 4 freaking vegetables, man. He's like, I
wonder where she's at tonight.
They were good, but $43 for 4 vegetables is a little crazy.
Right.
Where is she tonight? Have you talked to her?
Yeah, she's actually at an event. She's her and Drew are they're distributing.
Yeah. I had to figure I got my care package in the mail today.
Okay, yeah, she was wondering because she said she knew that it was supposed to be there by tomorrow.
Yeah, I got it today, and unfortunately I can't really indulge to myself too much for that doctor's appointment. But I had to eat a couple of worms.
Oh, I was gonna say if you got gummy worms in there, dude.
Oh yeah, you know me.
You
whole pack in one eating. That's how it was. That one night everybody's sculling shots at a gummy or an edible, and I might as well take the whole fucking bag.
Those gummy worms and her new strawberries. Her strawberries are good too. Yeah, the nerd rope is good.
She sent me like these little look like strawberry shortcake. So I'm taking pastry. Are those is that what you're talking about?
Oh no, you're talking about like the ones
like a pastry.
They're like a pastry. Yeah, those are pretty strong. Those are pretty strong. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm gonna talk to my doctor when I go see him this month next month and tell him, let me try some other than some natural other than these pills. Yeah, I'm tired of being on them fucking pills and it's tearing my livers up, my kidneys up. Let me try some of this. If it works, fine. I mean, Kentucky is medically illegal. If we ever go, recreational, I'll be shocked. I mean, it'll happen one day.
It's the domino effect, man. And saying like It started a couple states. Ohio just passed it, man. You're going to see a domino effect. And what's going to happen is the federal government's going to be like, man, we're losing out on $100 billion a year here. Hold up. And then they're going to jump on it, man. Like, soon as somebody's the pockets start outweighing the pride, they'll jump in the game too.
That's like, okay, Arizona, you can legally own a still. You can legally run it. It's got to be registered with the ATF and the state. But, I mean, they're making a killing on it. I mean, you can run. There's no limit on how much you can run. It's got to be for personal use, of course. Like any of us would ever sell liquor. Yeah. I mean, I'd take donations,
I mean, ain't no money in it, man. Like, there ain't no money in selling alcohol unless you're running a 500-gallon still.
Right, exactly.
Man.
How unless you're still water.
Right, and if you're running it, you run it every day. Like most of us, it's like, oh, it's a hobby. I might run once a month, once every few months. Some people run once a week because they got a small still. But it's just a hobby, man. Like, we ain't out in the woods. We're not running 500-gallon stills. We're not selling 50 gallons at a time. We're not selling drums. Like, I'm giving my mom a jar for her and her boyfriend to enjoy around the fire. Right. Like, that's it. And I pay taxes on all that shit that went into that jar.
Like Popcorn said, I've never stole a thing. I paid taxes on everything I've ever put into my liquor making.
Everything, man.
When I first got that 20, I ran so much. I'm still drinking that liquor I made 2 years ago. I've got it spread out up on the mountain behind me, because I don't want to keep it in the house. But, I'll run up there and grab a gallon or whatever and bring it back home. But some good sweet corn here.
Well, and that's why the that Texas Home Distillers Association, that's why they won their case. Was because they proved that, hey, if I paid taxes on the sugar, I paid taxes on the jar, I paid taxes on the corn, I paid taxes on everything, then if I'm making it for myself, then why should I have to pay more taxes?
Okay, let's go to the wine and beer making at home. You pay tax on all that shit. You can legally make it. What's the difference between beer, liquor, and wine?
Yeah, exactly. It's just liquor is terrible money for the government.
You can't. It is damn near impossible for you to make as good as you can buy when it comes to beer and wine. Right. But we can make a lot better liquor than we can buy.
Oh hell yeah! I put my liquor up to several different jars store bought. And mine's always come out, 3-1.
Right.
4 or 5-1.
That's probably why. And they look at it like it's high proof, and now you have to distill, so now it's dangerous. You have fire issues.
But I mean,
yes.
But still, that whole scenario is, they're saying that it's a taxed liquor. Well, so is beer and wine in the stores. I just don't understand that part of the thing. It's like Arizona says, a felon can't hunt with a crossbow because of the lethal weapon. But if you put a field point on there, you can hunt. Well, I could kill a deer with a field point just like I can with a fucking broadhead.
Right.
I mean,
it's insanity. It's crazy.
It's stupid.
Now, I believe the Texas Distiller Association, didn't that lead to them, because the Home Distiller Association of America, they ended up passing a law federally that says if you're a member of the Home Distillers Association, you can apply for a permit with the federal government and have a federal distilling permit. And it's a temporary permit. When we did that little festival here in Dayton, me and Phil Billy threw that little festival, I talked to a lady that works in the permit department for the federal TTB. And she was like, well, are you a member of the association? And I'm like, well, yeah, it's $60 a year. Hell yeah, I'm a member of the association. Yeah. And she's like, well, they have a law that if you, do all this paperwork through them in your state and then apply to me, I have to issue you a temporary permit, a temporary distilling permit. and and it's covered under the law. There are certain things you can and can't do. And so I'm like, well, hell yeah, let me go and let me check it out. And then you see a lot of these people that are like, hey man, join the association, print the law, hang them up. Don't. A lot of people are saying don't get the permit because now they know you have a still, what you have, what you're running. So if they cancel that law, now guess who knows what you have in your home? And now they know you have it legally because now they changed the law that makes it legal.
Now you've told them.
Yes, so better to ask for forgiveness than permission. But if they come up, that's a fallback. You'd be like, well, here's the law. Here's my membership. What are we going to do now? And now they're going to be on the phone for 2 hours trying to figure some shit out because there's laws and shit. It's not just they're going to roll up in your joint and be like, "Oh, you're got all this shit. It's mine." Now they have to do some work. They have to investigate. So I highly suggest everybody join the Home Distillers Association of America. It is $60 a year for an individual. It's $250 for your business. And when you join, they will put your business on their front page for however long. So, said it's definitely better to have it and not need it, and it could possibly save your ass. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen anybody dealing with them coming in and being a member yet. But I know I'm not going to apply for no permit if I have to.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check it. I'm going to have to check into that Distillers of America. Oh, Applewright, what the fuck are you trying to say? I saw you.
Applewright's trying to say that I'm better at him than
No. He says I saw Y6SHOT. Roger, you suck. The fuck you saying, buddy?
Now he's playing pool right now, and he's playing the game that I'm going to beat him at.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. He says, "Love what you do at Brother for Appalachia." David says it's what I'm called to do. Applewright said, "David Masters, love it, brother. I'm always here to support." Hey, Jamie Mater says, "Hey y'all." Hey Jamie.
Hey Jamie, how you doing, girl? So back to you, Phil, building the stills. How long you all been building stills now for the public?
Well, we switched. We started cake stills. We was running that Weber for a while, and then I got linked up with my buddy Mac, who is best friends with Sean. That's how I met Sean, was through my buddy Mac. Mac he watches my how-to videos. He watched our how-to videos and found out we live close. We ended up hanging out, and he showed me cake still. He introduced me to cake stills, and then I was like, he showed me how to make one a little bit, and I was like, bro, I could do that. So I started picking up soldering, taking my cake still over to Phil Billy's. We was running it on there, and I was like, bro, I made this. And me and Phil Billy, we have a computer background. Like we used to own a computer store. Yeah. We would fix electronics, so we had soldering background, soldering components on motherboards and things like that. So just transitioning over to soldering copper was it was easy. It was a lot easier. In our whole lives, we thought it was like some masterful technician to be able to solder a copper joint. It ain't.
If you look at my solder jobs, yeah, it probably does.
Hey, no, if it don't leak, it'll make liquor. It don't matter how it looks.
Yeah. I've never had one leak. I mean, they're just ugly solders. I mean, I get solder all over the copper, and
it takes practice, and the more practice you put on it, you get better.
I was a carpenter. I was a carpenter for 35 years, and the only two trades I never fucked with was plumbing and electrical.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done everything from concrete to put the cap shingles on the roof. So soldering's not my forte.
We had closed that computer store, and then we were doing computer recycling at the same time, and we're like, hey man, we can build shit, and Phil Billy knows how to design web pages and everything. So it kind of just led into us selling cake stills, and then old Rick Gibson saw the beautiful work he does with jar rigs, learned how to make jar rigs, and then we got these basic parts, and I'm like, hey man, we need Vever upgrades. So, I created some Vever upgrades, like the football thumper jar was my idea. Right. I brought that to life, and I bet we've sold 1,000 of them things just to try to upgrade these Chinese stills and make them better quality. Because let's be for real, the football still is a decent still, but it needs a thumper and a worm. The 3 pots are shit after the pot. You get after the pot, it's all shit.
You got that slobber. You got the slobber box and that tiny little condenser.
The lines, like after the pot, they're all shit. So I was like, we got to have lines.
The number of arguments I've had with people about that little slobber box.
Yeah.
People trying to say that's a thumper. And I'm like, nah.
It can be.
If you add a downspout,
yes,
you can make one.
When I ran it, like I did, when I reviewed the Vever, I was like, this is a slobber box unless you put this little piece up in here.
Yeah.
Now you got a little downcomer. It's a thumper. It's like one of the world's shittiest thumpers, but it'll thump. It'll thump. Just make sure you don't blow that downcomer off because it's just held on there by a silicone piece.
Yeah.
But
a little
the first thing I did to my Vever was I got a hold of James Hatfield and I ordered a 5-gallon condenser and a 5-gallon thumper. And I made my own arms. That's where my first soldering come in. And it was, like I said, the ugliest solder job. But it never leaked.
It was a hell of a lot better than them flex lines. That
fuck yeah.
Some bitches leak no matter how much paste you put on them. So it was like it was one of the first things that we did. I was like, bro, we got to make upgrades for this Vever, for these Vevers. People are spending their money on these. And he's like, I don't think people are going to buy upgrades. I'm like, bro, your first still is your first still. And you fall in love with that first still, you're going to do everything you can with that forever. And so you'll be surprised that people will spend $230 on a 5-gallon Vever, and then they'll spend another $250 upgrading that Vever. And it's like, bro, you could have just bought you a 5-gallon rig made out of copper or a keg still. And so, we got real into just pipe work, keg still stuff and all that. Yeah. And then, one day we was like, man, I want to make a copper pot. I want to make me a little 5-gallon copper pot. So we found out where we could order sheets of copper in, and we just started soldering, man. And then one thing led to another, and we made a little 5-gallon still, and we made a 10. Now we're making 20s, and we're just learning along the way. So there's definitely there's definitely a lot better craftsmanship out there, but we stand behind our shit.
Yeah. I mean,
you guys are building stuff.
I'll admit, I got my 20 off of Brian Silcott. But the reason I went with him is I wanted the traditional hand hammered, like my bat ball run.
Yep, I wanted
and that's what I've got. The only thing I upgraded was with the tri clamp. I didn't want no paste up. I dealt with the paste up, and
I was looking for. I got a phone call, and it was a high probability I was doing something. So I was like, hey, Sean, man, where I get a copper rig? I need a 20-gallon. I want a paste style because I wanted to go traditional and just learn how to do it. And he's like, yeah, I know a feller. Let me make a call. And so about 2 months later, we drove down there and I picked up my still, handed him the cash, and drove home, and that's how I got my still from him. And dude's craftsmanship is second to none.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's a great coppersmith.
Yep.
Which is a business philosophy, really sucks.
I'm telling you, he's one of the greatest hand hammered coppersmiths I would say in the world. I'd put him up against anybody when it comes to building. That's my spiel. But so I got that, and I started doing some runs. Like I did a hillbilly grappa on it. I did my peach brandy after I added that infuser to it, and so it's been a good still. And I don't break it out no more because I ain't pasting, and I don't run that big. I got a 5-gallon. I got a little 5-gallon rig. I do little runs on. If I want to run a 20, then hell, I own half that fucking still Philbilly's running. I help build that some bitch. I'll take my shit over there and run it. I ain't got to clean that up. I'm like, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to clean that up, Philbilly. I'll see you tomorrow.
What's your favorite thing to run? A stainless, your keg, or copper?
I'm an all copper rig feller now. You cut my teeth real heavy on the kegs, but dude, when it comes to an all copper rig, man, I believe that with the brandies, I can really tell a difference in my brandies when I run it through the all copper rig. As far as the pot goes, your pot doesn't matter if it's stainless or copper. Your pot ain't doing nothing through your vapor path. It's from that cape on. If you can, if everything from there's copper, then it doesn't matter about the stainless. I like the copper. I like how fast it heats up. It heats up real quickly and evenly. It takes a lot less. Like I run on propane, so it takes a lot less fuel to run the copper pot than it does a keg, because we got those kegs glowing ass red. It takes forever to heat up. So if I was going to go back to stainless, I would just use a 55-gallon stainless drum, one of the thin ones, and I would just run off of that. But I'm a copper steel guy now. Give me my copper.
I'm building the old lady. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was saying. Tater said hello.
Tater said hello. How's it going, Benny?
How you doing, man?
Tater? I'm having a bruiser build. My old lady a keg still. She wants an electric. She wants a 6-inch clean out on top. She's got her design, and and she's got to think for bruiser's work, and
hey, bruiser makes beautiful things.
Oh yeah.
Like I love what bruiser. I love what all these people are doing, and like let's be real.
Peterman and them.
2 years ago there were two still builders. 2 or 3 years ago there were two still builders. There was North Georgia, and then the fella in Southern Ohio. If you could get figure out where he's at and get it from him, and then over the past couple of years, old Adam,
Kevin Gordon.
I'm sorry, Kevin Gordon was there. I didn't mean to leave out Kevin Gordon. But even then, he wasn't real known. You know what I'm saying? Like if you knew Kevin or those guys, you knew those guys. But with the social media boom, now all of a sudden, everybody knows all these guys, and there's just so many. And hell, I think every day you get on TikTok, there's a new still builder.
Oh yeah. You got like Copper Charlie, that Copper Charlie. I've never heard a word about him, and then all of a sudden he's there.
He's here. Like I believe you got that Anna Works. There's that fella up in Michigan that just popped up. And
really? One in Michigan?
And they're all making beautiful stuff. And ain't nothing wrong with it. I just think that the internet boom led to the still building boom. Now there's many different places, and so. If you are going to buy a still, do your homework. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're buy one, get two free doesn't mean you're going to get any one of them. Exactly. Remember that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's why when my wife tried to tell me what she wanted, I said, you know what? You talk to Bruiser. You design it with Bruiser how you want it. He'll tell you if it's right or wrong, if it'll work or not.
Yep. And he'll make it for you. Yeah, Bruiser's a good fella, man.
And
I'm real glad. I'm real glad I got to meet him and meet up with him. And, I stopped at his shop a couple times down there in London. And Bruce's a good dude, man. And just don't tell him I said nice things about him. So,
well, fuck you. You can say something mean to him and he's going to smile.
Yeah,
I've never seen that man without a smile, ever.
Yeah, he's always smiling.
Yeah.
Benny says he loves galvanized metal. Good old keg.
David Master says he loves running copper.
Yeah,
I mean, I started out on stainless, and I like the convenience of the copper, how quick it heats up. I mean,
it's convenient, what I do like about a keg is I could chuck that thing out of a moving truck, pick it up, and run liquor on it.
Right.
No matter how thin it or messed up it is, that you're not going to hammer that keg. You ain't got to worry about imploding it. You forget to crack a seal. You ain't got to worry about none of that.
As far as taste wise, I've never noticed a difference in taste between my stainless or my copper. I mean, there's a little less, that methanol to it, but I mean, it's still flavor wise of my liquor, the final product all seem the same.
Yeah. I've got a 20-gallon copper. I've also got a 15-gallon keg, and then I've got a 5-gallon copper I built myself just for playing around with, for doing experiments and stuff. I'll be honest with you, I can't tell a difference in the flavor from either one of them, any of them.
Yeah.
I think,
but I will say it's the vapor pass on all three of them are all copper. So,
you're not telling a difference. Like your pot, like I said, the pot doesn't matter. Stainless, copper, as long as it ain't aluminum or galvanized metal.
Yep.
It'll be all right. You're not going to tell a difference, man. And like the stainless pot, it's easier to clean,
wait.
easier to maintain.
Then you said I like galvo.
Yeah,
you can't make it with galvanized
metal.
Hey, you can make a pot.
I just got out of that. Yeah. But you're not gonna drink liquor out of a galvanized pot.
That's right. That's funny.
I just caught on to what Betty was saying. Yeah. Good one, Tater. You call me sleeping. Damn it. But
David Masters says he's going to get his from Kevin Gordon, Thunder Road Copper.
What's Phil Billy's favorite? Has he got a favorite or?
Man, he likes his corn, man. It's just he likes corn.
No, his still. Is he a copper guy or stainless?
Oh, he's a copper feller now. Yeah.
It seems like he runs a lot of stainless. I mean, well, in the videos,
it's just different little setups for different things, keg stills, and we sell keg stills, so you gotta keep that fresh out there. And hell, I'd much rather sell a keg still in a copper pot because the profit's about the same, and it takes a fraction of the time to build. So, you can use an old oil drum if it's stainless and you clean it out. As long as it's stainless.
Yeah, like I've seen Phil Billy run a complete stainless from the keg up. He had a column and his line arm was all all stainless.
Anytime we get something new in, it's like I might as well run it. Like we're gonna sell it. Might as well run it. Might as well run it. But he's got a couple kegs we put together with Eazy, elements and things like that. It just make it simple on yourself.
Yeah. Oh, Mark Morris called shots. I was wondering where he's been.
I'm holding out.
Oh, Shadow Morgan. He asked, can he just use an old oil drum? Said 40 weight in it.
Yeah, just rinse it out really good with gasoline.
Yeah. You know what?
You'll be fine.
Dump diesel in it and have a fire and clean it from the inside
there you go.
out.
Burn it off. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Just burn it out.
It'd be all right. Make sure you're hovering over those fumes. They're good for you.
That's right. They help clear your sinuses.
Yeah, they do.
I can't believe that slipped past me. What Tater said.
The galvanized.
I had to go back and look at because
Jeremy was laughing about it. Like, what are these dudes laughing about?
I heard you say galvanized. It didn't click. I was like, wait a second. Okay, Tater.
Yeah, generally, if you guys see me laughing, it's because I'm looking at some comment.
Yeah. But. In your mind, who's one of the best still builders that you would consider to be the best or whatever?
If you see what North Georgia builds, man, that is second to none. Like to me, North Georgia is the top dog on the block. If I had to buy, if I had the money to buy a still, if I had the money to buy a Cadillac, I would get a still from them. And then as far as like the value for the quality, and I would go with Copper Steel Co. And if you want the best bang for your buck right now, Dave Bruiser is killing it.
Yes, sir.
He's making quality, and he's got it down to where he can do it cheaply, and he's passing it on.
That's like he said. He said, "I'm not trying to get rich off people. I'm just trying to make a living." Yeah. I think if I quote him right. As long as I make as much money as I was driving gas truck, building stills, I'm happy.
Right.
And I mean that's commendable there.
And then if you want a still that comes with 24/7 customer support by real moonshiners who run liquor, then that's where you click on over to Phil Billy.
Definitely.
It's going to run liquor. It's going to make liquor, and you're going to have 24-hour support. Like, I
gotta throw my plug in for Sean Peterman and Roy Carruthers, Appalachian Plateau Copper.
So if
you want creativity, those are the guys to go with. And customer service.
If I wanted hand hammered rolled copper, I would go to Appalachian Plateau.
Yeah,
that's where I would go now. And like I said, they might not have the best craftsmanship in the world when it comes to it's top quality. Not saying there's not somebody better, but you're going to deal with a couple great fellers who are going to put their heart and soul and everything, and they're going to make sure you get what you want and you're satisfied with your purpose. So you can't go wrong with Peterman and Roy down at Appalachian Plateau. They are, and they're another new startup that is getting their foothold. They're doing amazing things. Like, did you see what they do with that dude's Weber? They put that cap on that dude's Weber.
Yeah. Franken still?
Yeah,
So
now they've got it down to where they can mass produce that motherfucker.
Yep. That dude messaged me and was like, "Hey man, this is what I want done," and I was like, "I ain't doing that." And I was like, "But I know who will." I was like, "I know," because they were just getting started, and and I told him, I was like, "Hey man, if you could do Weber upgrades, you're going to have people beating your door down. People want to upgrade these Webers. It don't matter how great the still is; they want to upgrade it." And I was like, "Here," I gave him his number, and then he sent me pictures of it, and I'm like, "Bro, that's fucking amazing." And he's like, "Thank you so much for."
Everybody gets very attached to their first still anyway.
Yep.
So it would make sense that you have a bunch of people out there that would say, "Hey, even though my Beaver is the bottom of the barrel,
it's mine.
It's mine, and I know it. I know how it works. I want to upgrade it."
And you can upgrade it fairly cheap. I mean, there's so many upgrades you could do to it to make it good. Like take it, just adding that thumper and that condenser,
add a bucket worm.
I mean,
there's videos that show you how to do this shit. Like, I got a video to show you how to make a bucket worm. We got videos how to make jar rigs, and it's like, bro, you can do this yourself. Once you watch me do it, you're gonna pay me to do it for you because it sucks.
I made a bucket worm, and the only thing where I fucked up was for my flow in and out, I use regular outside spigot valves. I couldn't control my water well enough. I just got frustrated. I was like, "Fuck it."
The circle tops, the circle spins. You got to get the straight butterfly ones. And they work so much better.
That's what I ended up putting on for my drain on my thumper. Because when I ordered my thumper, I ordered it with a drain. I didn't get it, so I put my own on. And like I said, the soldering sucks. I mean, it's ugly as fuck.
It works, makes liquor.
But yeah, exactly. It don't leak.
Makes liquor. That's all. A lot of times on worms, the drain hole is big enough, so you'll see like people's drain holes will be real small. Increase the size of your drain hole on your worm, you can push your water through faster. It'll drain more efficiently for you. You won't have air in your lines, and in your drain hose, try to get it to where it's going as soon as possible. Too many times people's drain hoses on their worms will do this and this. And it's like, you got all this water, you're trying to force it out with no pressure. That's why it's not draining. Just get your water out as fast as possible, increase your drain hole size, and your worm will run a lot more efficiently, and you'll be able to move your water a lot faster.
The way I've got my water line set up on my condenser in my still room is my still's in a concrete building, and it's half of it's her laundry room. The other half, I mean, if we got a big laundry room, so I took over half of it for my still. She ain't happy about that either. But I punched a hole through the block wall, and I ran my water lines over for a washer, and I put a drop line right at the condenser. So I got good water, cold water from the city coming in. And I put a brand new garden hose on. I bought just to cut down for that. I put it on and I run it out there. Well, after running it for 2 years, that hose has got so soft to where now it's king. So, I got to replace that hose, but it's worked great. It works great even with that kink in it. Water drains quick enough to where I can run at a pretty good pace. But she's evicted me out of that room come spring of next year. So I'm putting a building up out back.
Man. Yeah, you got to find
I'm putting a building up out back, and that's where my still's going. And she wants that half of her laundry room for her still. So I mean, I got to give it to her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. You got to keep her happy. I'm not allowed to ferment now. After I dumped 20 gallons of support shine beginning mash in the living room. And I ain't allowed to ferment in the house no more.
Yeah, either am I. I had
that it stinks. It fucking stinks. What's that smell? Like, that's just ferment.
I think it was bananas I was fermenting. And it was wintertime, so I brought it was one of them 7.5 gallon fermenter buckets. And I brought it in, I set it on the heat duct right next to our fireplace wall. So and I didn't pay attention how much headroom I had. I didn't think they'd expand that much. Oh my God, that blew the lid off all over the wall. We just remodeled this whole house. I mean, we gutted it and done it. Fresh paint on the walls and oh fuck. Because you'll never bring another fermenter. Oh yeah.
To this day.
So you see that?
The next time I fermented in the house is she was in Florida taking care of her dad for 2 months. I was fermenting all kinds of shit in the house. Fucking apples and corn and shit going. They was back out in the barn before she got back though.
Yeah. Yeah, she wouldn't even let me. I'll bring my fermenters out to the front porch. Sorry, hold on. I'll bring my fermenters out to the front porch. And she's like, take them around the back. Okay, wait a second. Okay. I got one leg. And next to my house, there's a hill that comes down. I've got like 3 foot of room between the house and the bottom of the hill where it starts on the upgrade. I thought I can't get a hand truck through there if I had 2 legs. I don't care. Get it out of here. So I started using aquarium heaters now just so I ain't got to listen to it.
Gotta do what you gotta do. I just don't do anything in the wintertime. So I'll spend most of my summer just fermenting everything. And then come fall, I'll run it. And in the wintertime, I retire. Like I got enough alcohol to share. I have my little get-togethers through the winter. We're good. Yeah. Like I said, I ain't selling, so I don't need to be out there working my ass off all winter, freezing. I work outside already. I'm cold enough. I'm not trying to come home and still be outside. It's way too big to heat, and I ain't all that, man. So
that my still room stays pretty fucking warm with that gas burner burning in there. I tell you what, even in the wintertime. In the wintertime, I'm out there in a shorts and a tank top.
Yeah, we had 2 jet burners running it was like an 8x20 building once on a 110, and it was so hot in there. It was snowing outside that within 10 feet of this building, all the snow was melted on the ground. And I've got a chair sitting outside the door with no jacket on, and it's snowing around me, and it's just warm. It was insane the amount of heat that those 2 jet burners put in that building, especially when it still got hot. It was brutal, but it was a good time. It was definitely a learning experience, and I wouldn't change it for anything. So,
no, I mean everything I've learned, good or bad, I'll treasure.
For sure.
I mean, I'm getting my grandson this next summer, and I already told my daughter he's going to learn how to make liquor.
Right.
Like you better not, Dad. I said, well, no, I mean, I'm passing it down to somebody.
Right. Like I wish my boy was into it and he wanted to be out there with me, but he doesn't. So maybe a grandson, if I live long enough, will want to, or when he gets older, he becomes an adult, he might get the itch.
He might.
You never know.
Well, once he's able to taste the moonshine, and enjoy it,
he does. He don't like it. He's like, I don't like that, Dad. That's gross.
Maybe after he's a little older, he can appreciate it.
He ain't the same 16-year-old I was.
No, I mean,
Phil Billy handed me that bottle at 15, and I'm like, hey, so we get some more, man. You got some more of this? That's the way it goes, but
I grew up in the 80s, I mean, partying was partying. I mean, you did it every weekend.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what. I mean, it was.
My parents, that's all they did. Every weekend we was at a party with 40, 50 people, and they were partying like they were Ozzy Osbourne and shit. It was insane. We were little kids.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Jeremy, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off earlier.
Oh, you're good, man.
You froze up.
No, I was going to sit there and say that, my kids I can't really get them behind the alcohol either. My daughter, I've had her help me with moving MASH a few times. She tells me that MASH smells like some drunk guy just puked all over the place.
She's not lying. A bunch of drunk yeast pissed all over the place is what happened.
Exactly. She's like, that stuff smells like some guy literally at my college just puked everywhere.
Yeah. but like for me, like I don't have any lineage that I know of, even though like me and Fibbley's family, we come over from Germany into West Virginia and shit. So let's be for real. Somebody along the line was making liquor. We just don't know.
Oh yeah, if you're in West Virginia.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And, up through Kentucky and Southern Ohio, and I think they traced one of our father's side back to being related to the Hatfields in Southern Ohio and shit. And but like, we just want to make liquor.
Yeah, like when my stepson was living here, he was into it big time. He was writing shit down all the time, but he decided he's going to move out to the East Coast, out by on the Outer Banks, and live with his brother out there. And
you planted that seed in his head,
Yeah,
like that seed's in his head. So like for me and Philbilly, like I said, we don't know of any lineage, but maybe our grandkids or our great grandkids stumble upon their great grandfather's YouTube video that's still up there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're like, you know what? I got heritage in this. I want to make liquor. So just because we don't have a heritage in it, maybe us starting now in this time frame is beginning of a heritage in the future for our family to fall back to roots of making liquor.
Well, like I told my stepson is, I said, one day this world's going to go to shit. One thing you can always count on is moonshine being a bartering tool.
People want to get drunk.
Everybody likes to get drunk, especially in bad times.
Well,
you've always got that there.
It'll revert back to where alcohol is a medicine. It's definitely it's a cleaning solvent. We all know that. Hand sanitizer, disinfectant. Like it is more than just getting drunk.
Medicinal liquors like elderberry and
right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you use it to make your tinctures and your concentrates and to make everything. Like it is more than just, hey, we're going to use this to get drunk off of. It is definitely, it's a commodity that we can make that's not going anywhere. All we got to do is find something that will ferment. We got to find sugar, whether it's inside grain, inside fruit, any of that. So
right. So I mean, he realizes that, and he wanted to learn it just for that reason. I mean, I think he's a closet prepper myself. I mean, the kid had thousands of rounds of shells stacked up, but hey, that's good. Better be prepared than not prepared. Like, I guess you call me a closet prepper. My freezer's stacked full to the top with I mean, meats and frozen vegetables. Just stuff I can, run a generator. I mean, it'll stay good. And I'm loaded with what ammunition and
loaded with things you think you'll need.
Well, yeah, I mean, one way I'm gonna need them.
Yeah, corn and barley. That's all mine is. My prep thing is just solid corn and barley. I don't need nothing else. Just give me corn and barley.
For some reason, I'm a very active hunter, and during deer season, I can't keep corn. I put 650 pounds of corn on my hip last year. You know how much I put in my mash barrel? Probably 60 pounds. That fucking deer ain't good though.
Yep, you ate good, so trickle down.
Oh yeah, I ate really good that last year. I'm still eating good.
Yeah, that's all that matters. So doing your thing.
Hey, Jeremy Applerice says he won the night 19-20.
Well, brother,
kick your ass when you play pool with him.
That's a good thing there that you won there, Applerice. Get used to that. It'll be the last time.
Applerice, are you going to be down in Beattyville?
Yeah, he'll be there.
I hope he is.
Yeah, I know he would. I seen his ass there last year.
Yeah.
Gave him a jar of peach brandy that I think he enjoyed.
There you go.
I enjoyed that peach brandy.
Gentlemen, unfortunately, I got to call it a night. But Big Eazy, man, thank you for hanging out.
Hey, brother, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, this is cool to me. I'm not used to being on this side. So anytime somebody asks me to come on and hang out, I'm down. I'm honored, man. I always like talking liquor and sharing my process, man. That's how we got started. That's how I got started, and that's how me and Philbilly got started. And, I know that he and I have led to a lot of people getting started. And that's what it's all about.
Oh, yeah.
And never ask for a dime, you know what I'm saying? It's all about the love.
Watching y'all's videos is where I've learned so much of my stuff. I mean,
Oh yeah, y'all's videos have brought a lot of people into the craft for sure.
Yeah, it helped everybody. I mean, if it helped me, it helped others. I know that. So I mean, what y'all do for the community is incredible. The videos on the like the sippy creams or your peach brandy or your banana now, all the way up to all the raffles y'all do, the fundraisers and stuff. I mean, I would have donated that 15-gallon still to anybody, but when y'all said you're doing that thing for catch and bait, I had to. Who the hell ended up with that?
I don't remember. There's been so many, and so many people have won. It's
somebody, whoever won it sold it to somebody else. I'm trying to remember who bought it.
I think JL Shine got it.
Did it?
And then it ended up with Bean, and then it ended up with Sean, and then it ended up in other. I don't know. It's been all over the place, but
it's a badass still. I mean,
it was the one with the embossed. I had the embossed
engraving on it. The embossed clay pot or jug. Well, I didn't want to get rid of that. I mean, I paid $550 at the auction for it.
Yeah.
Beattyville, or I mean, at Hillbilly Jam. I love that still. I didn't want to get rid of it because that was a centerpiece of my bar. But
right.
I mean, I couldn't think of anybody else to help, better than Catch and Bait. And
we all like I said, man, we all take care of each other, man. That's why we're
here. Yeah, and that's what I love about the community.
We're all down to help. Whether it's if you got to message me at 1:00 in the morning because your mash is stalled. Well, we're going to sit down and we're going to go through and figure out why the fuck your mash is stalled.
All right, now you fucked up. Now you just gave me the end.
Hey, if you message us on Facebook, you message the Fibbilly account, you get me. If you want to talk to Fibbilly, you got to send him a direct text message.
Yeah,
he'll respond back in a few days. I'll respond back in a few minutes because it's on my phone. I ain't got nothing, and I'm always down to talk.
I've got Philbilly's cell phone number, so I'll just call him directly.
Right, he won't answer.
Well, 911, motherfucker. No, I mean, y'all do a lot for the community. You really do, and I know Jeremy as well as I am. I'm proud to call you a brother.
Yeah, we appreciate.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Man, I love the fact that you're always down to hang out, have a good time, just enjoy having fun, man.
It's about the moment, man. It's about enjoying the moment, enjoying the people, just letting everybody know, like, look, man, I am no different than the person beside me. If you're my boy, I'm going to bust your balls. Ask my boys. Like, hey, you see the type of shit I give Sean and Uncle Joey, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I treat everybody like I want to be treated. I'm going to treat you like a brother. Treat me like one. If we got a problem about something, let's figure it out. If you got a question, if you got an idea, you want to collaborate, whatever you want, man, let's get it. And I want you to win as much as I want to win, and your successes are my successes, and I should celebrate your wins and not be, shitty about your
jealous
wins.
or jealous or intimidated. Exactly.
Right. We're all in this together. We all got to get along to get along. Let's help each other out. Let's love each 100%. Other. And we're all going to make a lot more money together than we are fighting against each other. So
definitely, definitely.
At the end of the day, we're just trying to pay our bills, man. So, and I will say, I did enjoy playing with that sausage. I'm not used to playing with one that big, so I was kind of in shock. But it was a damn good time, and I would do it again.
Now were you intimidated by that?
Nah, man, I'm cool, calm, and collected in any situation, man.
That thing was like 3.5 feet long. So
I see. Yeah, I think I include that picture in the advertisement.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't remember.
That was awesome. Yeah.
I know I got you holding the cardboard statues.
And then all I know, I'm standing there and somebody's like, "Hey, show me your nipple," and I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I got that
picture, and I'm like, "All right, cool, man. That's went on about my day." And Jeremy's like, "Who just?" I was like, "Hey, man, somebody walks up and like, show me your nipple. You just do what you do, man." And what it was is like,
Yeah, Yeah, I left my phone unattended for a little bit, Roger. And when I came back, there were a lot more pictures on my phone than I remember taking. And yeah, one of them was Big Easy's nipple.
Hey, I do the Lord's work, man. Look, my wife didn't go with me, so I'm there by myself. And when somebody else's wife walks up and tells you to do something, your muscle memory kicks in, and it's immediate because I hadn't been told what to do all weekend, so I was kind of off, and so I'm like, all right, whatever. So
yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yep, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll let y'all.
All right, brother.
Enjoy your night, man.
All right, man. It was a great time having you.
I appreciate y'all.
Tell Phil that we'd like to get him on here next. Also, I think next weekend next Wednesday we're going to try and get who was it?
Next weekend. The weekend's going to be Devin Graham.
Okay,
Devin Graham will be Saturday, and then
on episode of Master Distiller.
Yeah, and then next Wednesday,
the
Murder and Moonshine Girls.
Nice.
Have you ever seen their podcast? Big Eazy?
No.
Yeah, Murder and Moonshine. They it's two girls. They do these episodes where they drink moonshine and talk about different murder cases from way back when.
Nice.
But yeah, they've gotten to know a lot of people in the community, like Nick Callow. Supplied them with a bunch of his peanut butter and banana moonshine for one of their episodes, stuff like that. Yeah, they're really cool. From what I understand, everybody's got to be ready for their language. Apparently, those two girls like to cuss like sailors.
Have you met Big Eazy and Phil
Ain't no fucking different than us, huh?
Have you met Big Eazy and Phil Belly? Like,
yeah, they even asked me. They even asked me today if they had to tone it down a little. I said, hell no, crank that shit up.
Turn it up. There you go.
If you don't mind, share me a link to their podcast. I'd like to check it out.
Yeah, I definitely will, man.
I'll send it to you.
I'm down. I'm down to talk liquor, especially to people
that we're on every Wednesday and Saturday night. Unless something happens to where something big going on,
shit happens.
Neither one of us can make
event on Saturday, or shit happens.
But like I'm gonna try and make Wednesday because I'll be up in Michigan with family. So
nice.
I'm gonna pull off the side. I don't care what part of family I'm with. I'm gonna be on the podcast because I want to hang out with these chicks.
Yeah, it'll be a fun one. It'll be a fun one
straight through Ohio.
Oh, I take the back way. Like I clipped just part of Dayton. I just clipped the corner of Dayton. I hate going through fucking Ohio. I mean, I know it's your state, but y'all fucking cops suck.
Cincinnati's brutal. Cincinnati is fucking brutal. And
I don't go through Cincinnati. I come up through over there by Louisa, up 23.
Yep.
And then I take the back roads. I mean, it's only like 20 minutes longer than going through Cincinnati.
A lot less bullshit. So
yeah. I mean, I'd rather look at fucking farms than I would a bunch of traffic.
Yeah. So the way you come, you're going through the flat part of Ohio. When you get up to the top left corner, it's just flat, and then once you get down in the south, you got the Hocking Hills, and then you get up around Lake Erie, you get back into the different topography. So the flat drive is nice and easy though. So
I'm from northern Michigan originally. I'm from up by Mackinac City. Nice. I've been down in Kentucky now for going on 11 years this year. Man, I can't believe I've done that long. I come down on vacation and never left. I knew I was going to lose my leg, and I told the old lady, I said, "Fuck it." I've lived all over the South, North Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, West Virginia. I just said I just love the South. I mean, it's been in my blood since the day I was born. I mean, that's where my dad's family is all from West Virginia.
Hey,
yeah. So I mean, I've got Southern blood in me, and I said, "Fuck it, we might as well move," and we did, and we took. We lived down here for it was 9 years. Then my mother got terminally ill with her cancer, and we went back for a year. I lost her in December, lost my leg in January. We were back down here by April. I wasn't sticking around up there no more. I was back to the hills. Oh, excuse me. I live in the mountains. I mean, I wouldn't live anywhere else.
Yeah, it's my goal. That's my goal.
These mountains are. I mean, it's. I could be happier. I mean, some crazy shit happens down here now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just it's around every holler but mine. I've got like the best holler to live in.
Yeah,
but it's worth it.
Big Eazy,
I got that. I got that. Thank you, sir.
You got it? Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate
you. Yeah, it's like I tell people, hey, they're not only into moonshine and very cool murder mysteries, but y'all also be shocked because they are beautiful women.
Hey, I already got one.
You better hope your wife stays out. You better hope your wife stays out.
That's right. I already got one. I can't look at her, so we're good. Have you seen mine? It's way out of my league, so I know my place.
Yeah.
But I will say they're very.
Liquor. I'm just.
But I will say they're very cool. They're very cool, and yeah, they're looking forward to coming on.
Nice.
Yeah, I will be on next week. I'll probably be my brother's anyway. So
I'll hop in the chat. You know, like.
Oh yeah, hell, we'll bring you on stage if you want.
No, man. I don't dip into other people's episodes, man. That's their episode.
Well, let them have their
time. So.
That's the way that's the way we do it all
the time, man.
I feel you. I just
we put the guests first, and then after the podcast, there's died down to where we've talked about everything we could possibly talk about. Then we'll bring on like guests.
I get enough screen time. People hear me talk enough.
I tell you what, I like y'all's podcast. I mean, it's pretty good. You got to keep bets out of it, though. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Bets like to talk.
We'll have him back on as soon as he gives us a release date. So
there you go.
And then we'll let everybody know for that, man. We're going to be there for that shit. So.
We definitely got to make it a big one for him. I mean, he's worked so hard.
Fuck yeah, dude. We're gonna make it as big as we can. We're gonna show up, show out, and have a good time. When I was there last time, dude, somebody made this mac and cheese, and they put this like steak seasoning in it. Boy, they better make that shit again.
There you go.
We'll have to see if somebody can bring a smoker over and. I might have to show some of my magic at the smoker.
Hey, I'm down. Let's get it. Baby.
So,
all right, man.
All right, brother.
Thank you so much.
Great having you on, man.
Y'all need anything? Hit me up, man. I'm here. You need something
sir.
Always. So, y'all take
see you September 20th. See you September 27th.
Yes, sir. I'll see you in Beattyville.
Yep. Jeremy, you got to come up for it, brother.
Oh, I'll be at Beattyville.
You coming to Farm to Bottle, Jeremy?
I can't get to Farms Bottle. That weekend is my daughter's family weekend at Auburn.
You said my daughter's, man. That's all you had. That's all you have to say. That. But that's all it takes. Family first, always. If you don't put your family first, then you're not my type of fella, and I don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah,
so, there you
go. Y'all take care, man. And like I said, I'll see both y'all in Beattyville.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, brother.
All right, have a good one, brother.
I want that banana. I want some of that banana and a couple other ones.
I'll save you a jar, and then I'm working on a peach sweet tea right now. So
yummy.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's the one jar I had in Maggie, and it was gone like that. And I was like, well, damn. I guess I got it. So,
there you go.
All right.
Well, all right, brother. You have a good night.
All right, fellas.
Jeremy,
have a good night. Love y'all. Peace out.
Love you, man.
All right. Later,
y'all. All right, that concludes another episode of what the hell was this show?
Backwoods Outlaws, Mason Jars.
There we go. Somebody's paying attention.
That's right.
All right, we'll see y'all Saturday night when we have on Devin.
Devin Graham, Master
Graham, yes, Devin Graham.
My man makes a fine liquor, so it's like I've done this before.
I'm telling you. Well, hell, Jeremy ever needs a co-host, and when I can't make it, you're right there.
Same thing. Just hit me up, man.
And if he ain't there, if he ain't there, I'm bringing you on.
Hit me up, man. I'm always down.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. See you, everybody.